Welcome to Learn to Play Sudoku. My name is Lorraine Klein of LearnToPlaySudoku.net. I'll be your host for this video. In this video, you'll learn the basic solving methods of Sudoku. In a matter of minutes, you'll be learning how to solve Sudoku puzzles. And by the time you've seen this brief video, you will have learned 6 solving techniques, which will enable you to solve the vast majority of Sudoku puzzles. The good news is, it won't be that difficult. It's much easier than you probably expect. Before we start, let's spend just a moment or two discussing Sudoku and the basic information you'll need to know. If you are relatively new to Sudoku, we urge you to view this information. However, if you like, you may forward to the first solving method at the time now displaying on your screen. We also recommend viewing this video in high definition and full screen size. By increasing the definition to 720 and selecting full screen, your view of the puzzles will be greatly enhanced. Sudoku is an excellent game. Relatively new, the first Sudoku puzzle appeared in print in 1979. Now, millions of people play daily. Sudoku, though dealing with numbers, involves no mathematics. Rather, it's a game of logic. Letters or even symbols could be used, but our minds seem to get a better grasp on numbers. Some benefits of Sudoku are: it builds logical thinking, it's an excellent boredom fighter, puzzles are available in abundance, it builds young minds, it keeps senior minds sharp. Sudoku is lots of fun. Now, on to the game itself. A Sudoku grid consists of 81 spaces made up of 9 rows and 9 columns. Generally, each puzzle starts with about 35 numbers filled in as starting points, and the idea is to fill in the rest of the grid so that the cells in each row, column, and big box contain the numbers 1 through 9. There can be no duplications and no omissions, just 1 through 9. Big boxes are the 3x3 sections of a puzzle divided by thicker lines. Each puzzle can have only one valid solution. This is important to know, as knowledge of this leads directly to a solving technique. Notice please the numbering system of the cells. The numbers increase by 1 from left to right and top to bottom. The first number refers to the row and the second the column. So, for example, cell 34 is on row number 3, the 4th cell in. A key part of learning Sudoku is to understand what elements are. There are 3 different element types. They are rows, columns, and big boxes. To complete a Sudoku puzzle, each of the elements must contain one occurrence and one occurrence only of the numbers 1 through 9. Please note the different elements in the puzzle. There are 9 rows, 9 columns, and 9 big boxes. An example of a row is highlighted here, a column here, and a big box here. Let's learn what buddy cells are. This is a very important aspect of learning to play and master Sudoku. Buddy cells are those on the same row, column, and in the same big box. Focusing on the cell shaded in dark blue, the buddy cells are those shaded in light blue. Notice again, please, that the buddy cells are those in the same row, column, and big box. Buddy cells are directly affected by what happens in the original cell. When you are able to fill in a cell with a number, you will know, for instance, that none of the buddy cells can also be that same number, so you can eliminate all possibilities of that same number in the buddy cells. Now we'll discuss the pencil marks, or possibilities, which are very important in learning to play Sudoku. These names are really referring to the same thing and can for the most part be used interchangeably. Pencil marks, or possibilities, are the small numbers we see at the top of the green shaded cell. Where do these numbers come from? Notice please the green shaded cell has the possibilities of 6 and 7. That cell's buddy cells are highlighted in blue. Notice that in those cells there is at least one occurrence of the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9, all except for 6 and 7. That means that cell can still possibly be a 6 or a 7, but it can't be any of the other numbers that are already filled in the buddy cells. You'll notice that most puzzles in magazines and books do not come with pencil marks filled in. If you want to become skilled at Sudoku, you must either write them in yourself or find puzzles where the pencil marks are already filled in for you. Because without pencil marks, you simply cannot make progress in learning to play and enjoy Sudoku. All skilled players use pencil marks, which enables them to enjoy using many different solving methods. Our puzzles, available for free at www.learntoplaysudoku.net, allow you to print the puzzles with or without pencil marks. By simply checking a box, the marks are added. We highly recommend you do what most players do, and that is print them with the pencil marks already present. Filling in pencil marks in each cell is tedious, time-consuming, and boring, and it really has nothing to do with Sudoku strategy. By having the pencil marks filled in for you, you are now able to get right to the enjoyment of solving your Sudoku puzzle. Now we're ready to start teaching solving methods. We'd like to suggest pausing this video, going to our website, and printing the exact color-coded teaching puzzle we'll be using. If you choose to do so, go to www.learntoplaysudoku.net. Then click on the training puzzle and print it. The link to the training puzzle is clearly visible on the home page. By printing the puzzle, you can make written changes to the puzzle as we proceed. But even if you choose to continue without the printed puzzle, you'll be able to learn these steps in no time. Let's go to our first solving method. Our first solving method is called only possibility. This method is very basic, very easy, and is found abundantly in every puzzle. It's where a cell has only one possibility. This is because the other possibilities of 1 through 9 are already filled in that cell's buddy cells. In our teaching puzzle, notice the green cell. The only possibility is 7. This is because 1 through 6 and 8 and 9 are already filled in that cell's same row, column, and big box. Therefore, if this cell can only be a 7, it is a 7. So we write a 7 in the cell. The pencil indicates where we've made a change to the puzzle. Notice that there are 2 occurrences of 7 as possibilities in that cell's buddy cells. Again, buddy cells are those in the same row, column, and big box. We can now safely eliminate these as possibilities. The green check indicates the maneuver has been completed. That's all there is to it. You've learned our first solving method. Now, to our second solving method. It's called unique number in element, and it's only a little more difficult than the first method, but still classified as very easy. Please notice the purple cell. Look at the possibilities for that cell. Focusing on the number 8, how many other occurrences of 8 do you see as a possibility on the same row? You'll notice that there are no other possibilities of 8 on this row. Remember, there has to be an 8 on each row. Therefore, if no other cell on that row can be an 8, then this cell has to be an 8. So, go ahead and write a large 8 on the cell. A look at the buddy cells reveals two occurrences of 8 as possibilities in the same column. We can now safely eliminate those. The green check indicates the maneuver has been completed. You've now learned two important solving methods. Using just these two methods, you can solve some easier level puzzles. The third method, called row and column scanning, is a little more difficult, so it's listed as an easy solving method. Row and column scanning is popular among those who don't use pencil marks. With pencil marks, this method is virtually never used because other methods are more efficient. Still, it won't hurt to learn it, and it will teach you a little more about Sudoku logic. We've modified the training puzzle for this method by removing the pencil marks. This is because row and column scanning is the only method that does not use pencil marks. Please notice the pink cells on the left side of the puzzle. There is already a 9 in column 1 and 2, but there needs to be a 9 in column 3. Now we'll begin the process of elimination. Focusing on big box 1, there is already a 9 in one of the cells. Therefore, no other cell in this big box can contain the number 9. So mentally, as represented by the gray shading, we can eliminate the top 3 cells of column 3. Now we'll look at big box 7, the bottom left big box. Notice that there is already a 9 in that big box. So we can eliminate the bottom 3 cells of column 3. Now focus on cell 43. Notice that there is already a 9 in this row. Therefore, we can eliminate that cell. This leaves us with 2 cells remaining, but one of those cells already has a number filled in, the 7. Therefore, we can eliminate that cell. Now, only one possible cell remains. Therefore, this cell has to be the 9 in column 3. Proceed by writing a large 9 in that cell. The green check indicates the maneuver has been completed. Now we'll illustrate why skilled players don't use this method and why pencil marks are vital to playing and mastering Sudoku. Notice the original training puzzle with the pencil marks reinserted. Do you remember how many mental steps were necessary to complete row and column scanning? But just one look at column 3 reveals another, much simpler method for concluding which cell on column 3 is the 9. It's one of the methods we've already discussed. Can you spot which cell is the 9? A quick glance shows that there is only one instance of 9 as a possibility in this column, in the pink shaded cell, number 63. Therefore, if no other cell in that column can be the 9, then this cell is the 9. Wasn't that much faster and easier? And that is typical of the beauty of using pencil marks. Pencil marks allow the player to fully utilize all solving methods. This concludes the first section of this video. The second section picks up right where this one left off, with more solving techniques. You can access Section 2 through YouTube or by clicking a link on our homepage at learntoplaysudoku.net. Feel free to watch these videos repeatedly, pausing in various places to try the solving methods. We are also happy to answer limited amounts of email. You can contact us at david@learntoplaysudoku.net. Thank you.